everybody and welcome to my channel. I hope you're all having a lovely day, night or evening wherever you are in the world, and that you're sitting down with either a nice drink or a nice herbal tea, because my first video is 25 facts about me. Number 1, I am from the UK, from London. Now, I must admit, I do laugh when people think of the United Kingdom, because I've had so many people come up to me and say, oh, you've got such lovely posh accents in that country. And I'm sitting there like, posh? Us? Because I don't see myself having a posh accent, but I do not know how I sound to other people because I've only ever lived in the United Kingdom. But to me, my intake on a posh person is, oh, Alfred, will you go and get the scones and the tea, please? Let's feed our lovely guest. Yeah, now do it fast, tip-top, yeah. And that's my take on being posh. You sit there and, like, the servant will come back and you'll be like, well, you took your time, didn't you? Oh, I don't want to hear it, just put the tray down and go. Yeah, you can't get good help nowadays, can you? Oh, you know, that's my intake on someone incredibly posh and stuck up themselves. So when people say that English people have a posh accent, it just makes me laugh so much, because I don't think we do. Number 2, I'm a very sarcastic person. I don't know if you've just realised that, but I'm able to crack a joke or be very sarcastic about a lot of things. And because of my sarcasm, I have to be very wary how I speak to people, because what I say can either like be funny or rub a person the wrong way. And being sarcastic is kind of a curse and a blessing at the same time, because you can take any situation and try and make it funny and find something to be sarcastic about, but it all depends on the audience around you. Number 3, my favourite place to go in London is Trafalgar Square, because I love sitting where the lion statues are, and I will put a picture in of London for anyone that doesn't know of that part. But I just love sitting there near the fountains, and it's just so lovely and peaceful. And not during the day, but at night, it's just so nice. And if you walk a little bit away from there, like 10 minutes away from there, where you've got the London Eye, it's a lovely walk across there as well, near the river. It's just so nice and peaceful at night to go to. And sometimes if I can't sleep or anything, I will go there and I will just walk down there for a few hours until I go home on the night bus. Some people think I'm nuts for doing that, but I just find it so peaceful and tranquil down there at night, because no one is hardly down there. There's a few people, but there's not a lot there. Number 4. So I am obviously a huge bookworm. I think that kind of speaks for itself because of what's behind me. But this is just a little bit of my collection. I have another shelf that's over there. I have 2 bookshelves, and I plan to get more room to put books, because I even have books under my bed. So being a bookworm kind of turns you into a hoarder, because you buy so many and you want to get to them all. And there are quite a few in my collection I have not got to. But at the same time, there's some I don't want to get to anymore, so I will be unhauling some. But reading is one of my big passions. And that is one of the things that I will be bringing to you on this channel. Number 5. I love doing arts and crafts. Anything to do with arts and crafts, and I am there. I love making scrapbooks, small jewellery boxes, small little trinket things, even jewellery I love making. I find anything that's arts and crafty, I find anything that's to do with the arts to be absolutely beautiful. So I'm always doing arts and crafts in one form or another, but I'm no expert at it. I'm still in the minor leagues when it comes to arts and crafts, but there are some channels that I do look up to who do amazing work with just a few utensils and a few things, and they can just make something absolutely amazing. So I look up to them when I'm trying to think of something to do for myself as well. Number 6. I upcycle. Now, if people don't know what upcycling means, it basically means that I will keep like my cereal boxes and I will keep like the tins and stuff. And obviously, I will clean them with bleach and everything, the tins and that, and then I'll sharpen them down so they're not got them sharp edges anymore. And I will make stuff from what I've saved. I also do furniture upcycling, which is basically finding people who don't want their furniture anymore. And if I know I can do something with it, I will vamp it up, keep it for myself, or vamp it up and sell it on. And I really do like doing that because the world of creativity that you can do is just amazing. You can do practically nearly anything. Number 7, my favourite colours are purple, black and red. I absolutely love darker colours. I think I suit darker colours a lot better than the whites and the pinks. And you might see me in something that's like off pink or something like that occasionally, but you won't see me head to toe. So in all light and airy and bubbly and no, it's not me. You won't see me like head to toe completely in light clothes. No. Number 8. I used to be gothic. To my teens, to my late 20s, I was very much into the gothic fashion. I would go around wearing New Rocks, the corsets. My hair was dyed every few months, different colours, which would be like one black and then it would be red or something like that. And also, I used to go out a lot and go to the metal clubs in Camden. And Camden became like my second home. And if anyone knows Camden in London, then you do know it's Gothic Central. Any person that you can think of who's Gothic would be down there. It's definitely Gothic Central. Number 9, my star sign is a Gemini, which means I've got the capacity for good and evil. I'm Jekyll and Hyde. So my personality to my star sign says that I'm a very chatty, outgoing, bubbly person. I don't like to be conformed to rules, and I don't like to go by rules at all. I'm a free spirit, and I would say that I pretty much do follow my star sign. You try and set rules for me to live by, or you try and set anything for me to do, I will rebel. It's just how I am. I will rebel. Number 10. I am a very social person. I'm a social bumblebee, you could call me. And I love going out and about. I love meeting new people. I love talking about everything and anything. I am basically a chatterbox. When I was little, my mother used to call me, a chatterbox. She used to say to people, my daughter could talk Tony Blair out of power. And that was basically true at the time, because I could. I mean, Tony Blair's no longer in power in this country, but back then, when I was little, he was. And also, my mum used to say that if she ever let me loose in the House of Parliament, I would be banned and kicked out, and probably given my leave of the country due to the fact of my opinions that I would have said, because as much as I am a chatterbox and I am very social, I've also got a personality very forward with how I think, and I will tell you what I think. I won't sugarcoat it or nothing like that. I will just tell you how something is. And along with sarcasm, that can be taken good or bad. Number 11. When I was little, I wanted to be an artist and an actress. I absolutely loved performing. I would copy words from films all the time. I would sit there and I could tell you line for line. Even now, I can tell you line for line of a movie. I could copy it to a T. I could turn around and tell you scene for scene of what's going on and even act it out. And I always used to find that doing that was very freeing. And also I wanted to be an artist of like doing paintings and drawings, and because I looked up to artists such as Picasso and stuff like that, because I was reading about them from a young age, and I just found their work to be so beautiful, and it made me want to draw and like paint even more. And I was just like, yeah, I want to be an artist, Mum, when I grow up. And she was like, really? And I was like, yeah, I want to be an actress too. And then she was like, oh, darling, she was like, well, that's good, but you can have them as a hobby, but you don't have them as, so, a job. Find something that you can be qualified and actually get a decent job out of. And I was like, oh, okay. So my mum kind of smashed my dream a little there, because I wanted to do acting and that, but then I went a different course. Number 12. We're nearly halfway there, people. We're nearly halfway. I always loved cats. Always loved cats. Ever since I was little. My mother was allergic to them, and I'm not, but I owned a cat called Kiri, and she was my world. She literally was my baby girl. She was more like my daughter than an actual animal in my eyes. And she only recently passed away in July, just after my birthday, actually a month afterwards. And she's inspired me to want to write a book. So based on all the mischievous stuff that her and other cats that I had did, and all the fun times and stuff like that, but I wanted to make it like a kid's novel. So it's like I want to give the cat a voice. And I was telling my mates it's probably a stupid idea, but loads of people were like, no, do it. Because there was one occasion where, with Kiri and other kittens, we were having Christmas dinner. And at the time, I had another cat called Tyra, and she had kittens. And everyone was going to eat, and my mate was the only one that wanted chicken. So we put it down for her on the chair, and two little kittens came up and started to get all cuddles and that from my friend, but she left her plate on the side of the arm, and all you saw was this small paw work its way up the side of the couch like this, and then the paw went over and it dug its claws into the chicken, and then it dragged the chicken to the end of the plate, and then it dropped off. Thinking of it, it makes me laugh every time, because she then picked the chicken up and then she ran in the next room with it, and then the kittens got down and they followed her in. So in my eyes, it was like a 007 mission. It was like Kiri and the kittens kind of like got together, and they were like, yeah, you guys distract her. Yeah, you get lots of cuddles and act cute. Yeah, and I'll nick the chicken. And they was like, yeah, let's do this. Bam, let's go. It's just so funny looking back at it and thinking that, because she went to eat and she was like, where's my chicken gone? And we're all in hysterics because we saw what happened. And we're like, yeah, the cats took it. We're like, the cats took your chicken. And then we go into the next room, and there's Kiri along with Tyra, the mum of the kittens, and all the kittens feasting on this one piece of chicken. It's just so funny. Number 13. I'm an aspiring writer. I would love one day to get published. I write a lot of notes to a load of book ideas, and I mean I have book ideas coming out of my head daily. And then I write the ideas that I have down, what I want the story to be about, what do I want, where do I want the story to go, how do I want it to turn out and stuff like. And I have loads of story ideas going through my head daily, and I'm always writing them down. The only one thing I have problem with is the title, but I've always got story ideas running through my head, and I write them down about what characters are going to be in there, what the character going to be like, where's the plot going to go, how is it going to go, where's it going to go, what direction will it end up in. And I've started the prologue to one of my books already, like a little while ago, and I've not got back to it, so I really need to get back on that. But when I was little, I read the Point horror books, and as I read the Point horror books, I was absolutely in love with them. And they inspired me to write a vampire series, which I never named. And the books in this series was called Rebecca, Amy, Daniel. Now, these were the names of my cousins. Now, I got these names from my cousins, but each book had a vampire in them, and each book was connected. And the last one had a vampire master in that one who made the first two vampires from the first 2 books. And number 14, I write poetry. I've been writing poetry since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. I write all different kind of poems, from dark to light to funny and quirky, but I write from my emotions. I write from my heart. I could look at a picture or see something out and about, or just something can catch my eye, and then boom, without me even knowing, the words just flow and a poem comes straight away. No thinking about it, no having to pause and put it all together. It just comes all at once. And that's how poetry is for me. And I write my poems every single day, and I also write anything I can every single day that comes into my head. So I do a lot of writing. So I do a lot of writing. Number 15. This is quite a long video. I hope that everyone is still sitting here watching this. If you are, then thank you very much. I know I talk for Britain, but but trust me, everyone in Britain is not as talkative as me. But I hope that you're still sitting there, and if you are, you may pause this video and go and get a herbal tea, and some refreshments. You deserve it if you sat here this long. But number 15, I love herbal tea. So I live up to my country when it comes to the fact that we are a tea-loving nation. But I am herbal tea girl. I love my herbal teas. I could sit down all day with a herbal tea, or multiple herbal teas, should I say, and read a book or do writing or do something. But for a relaxing drink, herbal tea is my most go-to. And my favourite flavour lately is either lemon, peach, or peppermint. Number 16. I love chocolate. If any kind of snack food out there, I love chocolate. I absolutely adore it. But my favourite is white chocolate. And that's not me being prejudiced against the other chocolate now. No one sit there and point at the screen going, hey, you're being racist to other chocolate. That's not the case. It's just my favourite. Number 17, I am an empath. Now, an empath is someone that can pick up on the emotions and also personality of someone else around them. They don't even have to be around them. With me, I can sense people either in pain or they're upset or anything, even across the internet or across the phone. I can feel it. And I cannot explain how or why I can. It's just I can easily pick up on people's emotions. And this makes me a person who is very much wanting to help people. And that's one of the things that I love doing. I love helping and supporting people as much as I can. 19, I'm a perfectionist in anything that I do. If I don't think I can do it right, then I will not do it until I know I can. And this is the prime example of why there is a series I want to do, but I've held back on doing it. Because if I don't think I can do it right straight away, then I won't do it until I know that I've perfected what I need to do enough so that I can do it right. And being a perfectionist is a pain in the backside, because you do look at yourself and you do criticize a lot, very, very often. And not only are you your own worst critic, but you're your own worst nightmare, in the fact of, until you see it as perfect, it's not going to be perfect. People can tell you that it's perfect, but until you see it, it's not going to be. Number 20. My favourite genre in books is fantasy, contemporary, horror and thriller. I'm going to share with you my passions and what I plan for this channel to be about in the future with future videos. And what I've got planned for this channel with future videos is I plan to bring on book hauls and unhauls, wrap-ups, TBRs, book tags. I also plan to bring my arts and crafts into the mix as well by doing scrapbooks and also making jewellery boxes. One idea that I do have on my arts and crafts to do is one that I brought onto Twitter a while ago, asking if people would like to see it. And that is a jewellery box into looking like a Harry Potter book. So you have a jewellery box, but it looks like a book. until you open it and you see inside is a jewelry box. So if any of you would be interested in me doing that DIY video, please let me know down below, and I will not only show you that I've made one, but then I will show you how to make one yourself. So if anyone's interested in that, let me know. My other plans on this channel is I do plan on sharing my writing. I also plan to share my ideas with writing, and also probably some hints and tips about how I do writing and what works for me, and then may that work for you, you never know, and how that might work for you. I also plan to share my poetry on here, and when I do share my poetry, the way I plan to share my poetry is I'm going to be putting up a video, but you will be hearing my voice but not seeing me in them ones. You will only be seeing images, because I want you to concentrate on the words of the poetry, not concentrate on me. I also have collaborations to do for the future on this channel, and collaborations will be with vlogging channels, gamers, other booktubers, but I also have a series that I plan to do next year, and this is the series that I've pushed back countless amount of times, and I hope the people that are wanting to get involved in this with me are not sick and tired of waiting, and if they are, then I'm so sorry for keeping it back so long. But it is a series called the Fairy Tales Never Told series, and this will be a series where I hand over book recommendations on fairy tale retellings that no one else has heard of. I'm not going to be telling you the fairy tale retellings that have been recycled in 1,000 videos which you can get in Waterstones or anything like that. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you about the fairy tale retellings of people that are not known, that you only find on like Kindle or other places, and that you've really had to hunt for. These are the kind of fairy tale retellings that I'm going to be telling you about, and what I've found. And also, along with that, I will be going along with other booktubers on that. Some booktubers have already confirmed that they would like to do that, but I'm waiting on others to see if they will as well. And the ones that have confirmed that they would like to get involved in that are the Hungry Bookworm, Courtney from the Court of Books, if I remember her channel name correctly, and there has been one other channel so that I'm waiting on to see if they will say yes or no at the moment. But on top of doing this, we will be reading one book ourselves from the month that was themed. So the first month could be Beauty and the Beast, the second month Little Mermaid, and we will be giving you retellings about them fairy tales, but reading one book ourselves, and then at the end of each month there will be a live show. But I decided to step things up, and this is why I'm saying that I apologise to these people for making them wait so long, because what I plan to do is write my own fairy tale retellings and play them out ASMR style. That is correct. Anyone that's sitting there watching, ASMR style, a booktuber going with ASMR artists. And what I've done is I've reached out to a few ASMR artists and was surprised that they said yes, and even some said that if it fitted the theme of their channel, even they would say yes. And I was just like, oh wow. I was like, yes, but I was like, wow. I was like, oh my gosh, they said yes. And I'm really looking forward to doing this, but I have pushed this idea back for quite a few months now. I think I've pushed it back for over 6 months, and it's because of my perfectionism. I couldn't get it right the way I wanted it straight away, so I stepped back, and I'm actually looking into doing it in January. So look out for that, because it will be coming, and I do plan on getting to it. Also, I have created my own readathon, which I will plan to bring out as well, called the Disney Villain Readathon, which I'll put a picture up. And I am planning to announce that within the next few weeks. So wait for that as well, because October I thought would be the perfect time to do the Villainathon. Yeah, or the Disney Villainathon, as I'm going to call it. So when I announce that, I hope everyone who loves books will get involved in that. Well, I'm going to leave it here for now. I think I've rambled your ears off long enough in my first video, but my next video will be going up on Friday, and I plan to have a regular schedule update of at least Wednesdays to Friday as a positive. I may upload more during the week, but they will be my definite 2 days where I will upload videos for you each week. Well, take care everybody. I hope that you highly enjoyed watching this video, and thank you ever so much for whoever came to my first video on this channel. It means the world to me. Mwah. Yeah, take care and have a great night, day or evening wherever you are in the world, and I will see you very shortly. Bye everyone.